Venerable Katie is off this week, so I thought that I would, since I have kind of more sessions in a row. Jeff is still doing Thursday, but otherwise, I'll be filling in for Venerable Katie while she's away, and she's fine. She's in Hawaii. My invitation was lost in the mail, which is fine. Um, so um, I thought we would do the 11-point meditation on bodhicitta. There's the equalizing and exchanging self with other. That's one method. And then there's the 7-point. It's a different method. Then there's the 11-point, which combines both methods. And the 11-point is not as commonly done. So we'll go slowly through the 11 points over the next few days. Yeah. So let's adopt a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. We also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. Just allowing the body to fall into place. And we cultivate the view of letting go of attending to the external world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Beginning to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air as it moves into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Giving ourselves the instruction to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and then without judgment or frustration to lift our awareness up from those distractions and place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we generate abroad an altruistic motivation for our time, a motivation that embraces countless sentient beings within the field of our practice by recognizing that just like oneself, every other sentient being is motivated from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep, and even in their dream, by the wish to be happy, the wish to be completely free of suffering. And yet, just like oneself, every sentient being is meeting with difficulties, obstacles, painful conditions, over and over without choice. I think this is the existential condition of all ordinary sentient beings. And so we try to generate the wish to be of benefit, to spend this day, this life, not solely looking after pursuing one's own interests, one's own desires, being concerned about the interests, the needs of others. As there's no difference between oneself and others. And our capacity to benefit others is dependent upon that with which we are genuinely, deeply familiar. If the mind is habituated to virtue, then we can be of greater benefit. If the mind is habituated to non-virtue, then likely we will find it difficult to be of benefit. So we take this opportunity to cultivate virtuous, constructive states of mind. Those that also act in opposition to destructive states of mind. And in this way, we transform the mind and we become of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings over time. And then, with that motivation, we begin contemplation of the 11-point meditation on bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the wish, the aspiration to achieve full enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. To completely develop the mind, to perfect all positive qualities, and to completely eliminate even the trace of any negativity from the mind, so that we have the tools, the ability to be of perfect and limitless benefit. The first step in this process is to cultivate the mind of equanimity, to overcome our biases. We imagine in the space before us are three different people: a person that we are close to, friends with, they're facing us on our right side, a person that we passed in the street or in the store recently, a stranger on our left side facing us. And in the middle facing us is someone that we have difficulty or conflict with, someone we don't enjoy spending time with. And as we observe these three people that are representative of the categories that we put everyone that we meet in, try to reflect on where those categories come from. We feel like they come from the other person. This is my friend. This is my enemy. This is a stranger to me. But they really come from the mind, from our attitude, our habit, the habit of feeling warm hearted toward those who benefit us, the habit of feeling averse to those who we feel act against our interests, and the habit of feeling indifferent toward people who have not yet benefited or acted against our interests. So it's just a tendency in the mind. You can think of examples of times when a single person held all three roles, or moved from one to the other. Many, many examples. To try to see this in the light of it being a habit, a tendency, and that there's no real deep distinction to be made between these three suffering sentient beings. Try to contemplate in this way until an understanding of a more even, equanimous mind arises. Then rest your awareness in that feeling of equanimity, that way, that even minded way of relating. Try to replace one habit with another. Next step is to try to generate the recognition of all sentient beings having played the role of one's own mother, the mother being the archetypal form of the caregiver. So begin by thinking about the continuity of mind, recognizing that today's mind depends upon yesterday's mind, and so on, tracing this continuity of mental events, seeing how the mind has its own continuity, being a formless energy of awareness itself. I think when the Buddha himself looked at the continuity of mind, he found no beginning. And so, logical implication of that, the inevitability of that, is that countless times over beginningless past lives, we've had a nearly infinite number of different mothers in different realms of existence. Our own mother in this life has been our mother countless times, but so too our father in this life has played that role. So too all of our friends, even those we dislike, those we don't know, those minds connected to beings in the animal realm as well. It's different configurations have persisted lifetime after lifetime to the point where there are no sentient beings who haven't played that role. So try to contemplate that logic, that reasoning, and try to give rise to a strong understanding, a feeling in the heart that there isn't even one sentient being who hasn't played that, role for you in the past. And when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly, when that positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.